Alright everybody, eCom Tom here. This is my third time attempting to film this video with this new software I'm using, and I've messed up every time, but let's hope we get it this time. So I know I haven't been very active lately, haven't made very many videos. I'm really liking the YouTube Live platform, so I plan on doing at least one of those every single week on Wednesday. I think 7 p.m. Eastern time is going to be the time, so I'm going to either have a guest on or I'm going to go on my own and just riff off whatever. And, you know, that's about it for updates. So I got a brand new $1,600 desktop that I built down below me, so hopefully I'm streaming at a way higher quality, way higher just FPS and everything, and, you know, the video quality and content just will exponentiate in growth from here. So what is this video about? This video is all about sourcing items for Amazon dropshipping. And I know in the wake of the death of eBay retail arbitrage that happened last Thursday, which it's not dead at the moment. I'm going to put out another video on that, so don't worry. Don't jump gun too quickly. But I know a lot of people are looking into Walmart onto Amazon, or just Amazon dropshipping in general. I know there's a lot of new courses coming out about it, and I just want to give you guys, you know, my videos, a video on what I do to source my items, you know, and how I go about doing it. So, I mean, that's about it. Without further ado, I'm really just going to get into, you know, the meat and potatoes of this video, and, you know, I'll explain stuff as I go. So, you know, I made a nice little PowerPoint, actually, or whatever Google's equivalent is of a PowerPoint. So here we are. So this is a Google Sheet or whatever it is, a Google Slide, that's what it's called. And basically, the first slide here is Amazon item sourcing. So these are the 4 things that I really look for when I'm looking for an item that is on Amazon that I'm sourcing, and, you know, whether it's a good candidate or not. So first off, I want to make sure that it's fulfilled by merchant. So not everybody plays this game, but I like to play this game, and fulfilled by merchant means that it's not Prime, basically. The merchant is out there fulfilling it, whether that be me in my garage labeling something and shipping it out, or, you know, me drop shipping it from Walmart. So, you know, I really like to play on the safe side of this. The whole thing about the Prime, hopping on Prime listings, is that you're really just hoping that the Prime item goes out of stock and then you're the next one in line. There's a few issues with that in my mind. First off, yes, you're going to make a ton of sales when that Prime item goes out of stock, but first off, how often is it going to go out of stock? It really doesn't cost money to have Amazon listings, but you know, I don't really like to play that game. If the item goes out of stock for somebody, then there's a good chance that it might not be in stock somewhere else at another retailer. But I know that there's people who have accounts that are solely based off this technique, and it's just not something that I'm really interested in. You know, since I've been doing eBay and Amazon dropshipping, well, mainly eBay, for over a year and a half now. I've really gotten to the point in my career or my path of doing this where I really want to make sure everything's as sustainable and easygoing as possible, where it's not me trying to like last second throw everything together, or, you know, put too many fake tracking numbers and stuff in there and everything like that. I really want to make sure that everything is as legitimate as possible, because you realize over time that that's what these platforms really want. They want legitimate sellers, and they reward you for being a legitimate seller. And, you know, just playing that game, playing all these little games, these little tricks, it's not really what I'm looking for anymore. So, secondly, I'm looking for an item that is below 200,000 BSR. And BSR stands for best seller ranking. And basically, that's the ranking of that item in that category. So, yes, 200,000, I use it flat across the board, and yes, there is more items in one category than other categories, but it's just an arbitrary number to go by. You could pick 300,000, you could pick 100,000, you could pick 150,000. Usually things under 100,000 are going to be the best, but there are items, you know, that are going to sell a couple times a month that are, you know, 200 or so, depending on the category. And you know, it's not bad to list these items, because, like I said, it doesn't cost money to list these items. The only thing it really costs is to maybe have them on your repricer, or, you know, whatever other tools you're using. So after that, I really try to make sure that there's more than 5 people on the listing. As my VA is messaging me right now, I'm sorry about that. I really try to make sure that there's more than 5 people on the listing, and the reason being of that is that I really want to make sure that if there's less than 5 people on the listing, then you kind of should be worried. Why is there less than 5 people on the listing? Because there's a ton of people out there that are doing Walmart onto Amazon, and don't think that you just found this random item in the rough, because there's tons of people out there doing this. So you're not the only one that just found this item. So usually it means that, you know, there's an IP restriction on that item, or that there's something wrong with, you know, basically just IP restrictions, the equivalent of Vero, eBay Vero, on Amazon. So That's why I always try to make sure there's a decent amount of people on the listing, because if there is, then you're just going to play the numbers game and the metrics game. Make sure that your metrics are good, your feedback percentage is good, your shipping time's good, and your price is within the ballpark, and you should be able to get the buy box. And after that, I always make sure that it's on the do not list sheet that is provided to you when you join Web Scraper app, the repricing tool. So basically, Web Scraper app is the equivalent, I would say, to like Web Seller Guru. I'd say it's more the equivalent of like SKU Grid for eBay, except it's very reliable. It's a great program, and I love everything about it. So what it does is it scrapes all of the items that you put in there, and it checks for price changes, it checks for out of stocks and everything like that, and then it'll send that information into informed.co, informed.co, which is what I use, and then Informed will reprice the item for you. You need both of them because Informed doesn't scrape the items, and Web Scraper app does not reprice the items yet, but they work like synonymously together, and it's a symbiotic relationship between the two. I love Web Scraper app. Ron Myers is the owner of Web Scraper app. If you guys are in the Facebook groups, Dropshipping University, my free Facebook group, or any other one, you'll see that he is always active in there. He's always commenting. He's always giving advice. He is out there. He is for the people, and he is a great person. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be dropshipping on Amazon, because I probably wouldn't have actually taken the leap of faith. He's helped me out all along the way, and he's a great guy. So one thing that he has provided me is, he's provided me a 30% off coupon. So if you are looking into Web Scraper app, I've already done a video on it, which will be in the top right, a little overview video. But if you guys want me to do another video explaining it in depth, or if you guys, have any questions on it, message me, use my coupon code, you'll get 30% off. And it's a relatively cheap program altogether. So as you can tell, there's already 45 people on this, like actively at the moment. And basically all you have to do is just do like Control F, and then just search for, the title that you're looking for. And if it's Vero, these are all things that people have complained about or have gotten IP violations of people that use Web Scraper app. And, this is just a whole accumulated list over time. So now we're going to get into actually trying to find this item. Let's go on to Amazon.com. And if you guys have been following my content at all, you'll always know how I start off trying to find Walmart items, and all I do is type in Mainstays. Basically, Mainstays is a private label brand by Walmart, and only Walmart specifically sells Mainstays, from what I know. Except Amazon obviously sells Mainstays because Walmart's being dropshipped on Amazon, and eBay does too, because Walmart's getting dropshipped on eBay. But besides that, it comes from Walmart primarily. So, I forgot to mention the two Chrome extensions that I use. These are free Chrome extensions. One's called Price Blink, and Price Blink is a price comparison application. So if you're looking on Amazon, it'll actually pop up, randomly and say, hey, this item's found this cheaper at this website. Usually, sometimes it'll find the Walmart item, and then you can just click it. It's easier to source the item that way, although sourcing the items for Walmart or from Walmart, finding them on Walmart is pretty easy to begin with. And secondly, AMZ Seller Browser. I really do like this free Chrome extension. It's this red one right here, and this is Price Blink. What AMZ Seller Browser does is it pulls the BSR ranking out. That's what all this gray writing is outside of the item. So you can just scroll around and you're like, oh, this is a good one, this is a good one, this is a good one. So here we are. Let's follow my own rules here. I also like to mention that I do like to look at the star ranking and make sure it's at least a decent star ranking. If it's below 3 stars, it's probably a pretty shitty item. So I really wouldn't want to go for it. So, let's look around. If you look at this list right here, it's not like a normal Amazon page where you see a bunch of items that are Prime. I mean, this is Prime. This is a sponsored listing, though. This is Prime. But besides that, I mean, there's not much Prime. Prime. I mean, there is a decent amount of Prime, but not as much as you would see on a regular page. And the main reason is because the majority of these items are being drop shipped from Walmart onto Amazon. So let's take a second here. It doesn't really matter. I already know Mainstays isn't on this list, but if you want to check, you can just do Control F, type in Mainstays, and there you go. There's nothing there. So, that's about it. So we know that it's not a Vero brand. We know that, well, let's look at this one. This one has 24 offers. This is how many people are on it. 30 offers. This is how many people are on it. 24. This one doesn't say, but, you can always click on the listing and figure it out. 29. So that's all over 5, so we're good. Let's make sure it's below 200,000, and make sure that it's seller fulfilled. So there's no Prime on this one, and there's no Prime on this one if we can find that one. And I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's pick this one. All right. So like I said, well, these are all variations and stuff that people are adding together. But this is the buy box right here. So this is $58.93. This is somebody's item. And if you look down here, it does say that there's 24 new from $58.92. So there's something that does have it 1 penny cheaper than whoever this person is, Glacier General. But, you know, they might not have as good of metrics as Glacier General. Well, let's just check. So Glacier General is right here. They have more ranking. They don't really have a better reviews. You know, it is kind of random. It's a 1 penny difference, so it doesn't really matter that much when you're looking at things like this. But I can realize right away that this item is coming wholeheartedly from Walmart. And so this one is kind of like the same thing, coming from Walmart, mainstays, yada yada yada. And this is Price Blink coming down. It doesn't have anything for Walmart, so I don't really want to check it. All right, here's one. It took me a while to find this, so let's do this. So 90.72. You know, there's somebody selling it for $90.99, and there's 45 people on this listing. Mainstays adjustable height swivel bar stool, and I forgot what the BSR ranking was, but the BSR ranking, if you scroll down, it's right here. It's 133. It's not the best, but it's still below 200,000. So let's find this item the very, very easy way. You just click this because Price Blink pops down, shows you that it's on Walmart. And here we go. So here's the brown stool. It's $79. This is $90.72. Sometimes a lot of people, like I said, and I forgot to mention this already in the video, a lot of people like to price their Walmart items onto Amazon at pretty damn close to break even, like 1%, 2% profit, sometimes break even, sometimes negative, and they use like discounted gift cards and cash back and everything like that. And so that being said, if you are not tax exempt on Walmart, then you really will not be able to compete on Amazon. So if you guys are not tax exempt, which if you've been doing a lot of Walmart onto eBay, I would hope that you are. But if you are not, that you really need to look into getting tax exempt. Whatever the process you want to go through to get tax exempt is, then do it. But you really, really, really need to get tax exempt. I have been tax exempt on Walmart for a while. I've been getting people tax exempt on Walmart for a while. I've been helping out. I teach it in my course, my eBay course, and I've been running a small side service of getting it for people. So first off, if you want tax exemption in like the majority of the states, I can do that for you. Just message me, send me a message on Facebook or whatever, leave a comment. That'll be fine. I can do that for you. Secondly, if you want to get, if you don't live in California, Florida, Massachusetts, Maryland, Connecticut, Tennessee, Mississippi, or Washington, D.C., you will not be able to get tax exempt in any of those states unless you have specific tax IDs and you filled out specific other things, so you won't be able to. I can prove to you guys in a video at some point in time that I am tax exempt in all of those states except for like Mississippi because I haven't bothered with it yet, but it's in the pipeline. So I can get you guys tax exempt in all those other states too if you want. I've been thinking about running a service for it. I've actually just, helped out the first person that I've ever done with it. He's a satisfied customer. So guys, let me know if you want something like that. I really do like tax law for some ungodly reason. I don't know why. And I really think that it's very interesting and it's fun to do. So that being said, we're going to assume that you're tax exempt here. So this is $90.72. And basically, in order to find out the price after fees on Amazon, is they just take out 15%. So you're going to multiply it by 0.85, which will give you the price after fees. So that's $77. And this item is $79. So like I said, this person's doing some sort of cash back end type shit where they're, losing money, but, in reality, they're making money. It's really just a weird game where you're going to want to play a numbers game of some sort to either get enough items up there where they'll sell at a profit or just find profitable items. It's just a weird game out there. I'm telling you that right now. And if you're not tax exempt, you're really not going to be able to compete. So, that's about it for finding items. You found it on Price Blink. If you can't find it on Price Blink, just highlight the title and then right click, search in Google, and you'll find it. You'll find it every time. Here it is. That's the beige version, but this is the brown version. And so, that's basically how to find the items. Then from there, you're going to want to put them in a Google Sheet of some sort, or just anything that you use to keep your items organized. Then you're going to want to put them onto Amazon. Then you're going to want to put them onto Web Scraper app. And then from there, Web Scraper app will send it into Informed, and Informed will start repricing, and everything's just symbiotic and goes on its own from there. So we're not actually making any listings on Amazon. We're just piggybacking on top of these listings, which I'll teach in other videos, and I don't think that's the scope of this video. So What else do I look for here? And this is just the last little wrap up thing here before this video gets too long, is I look for parameters for the items being sold on Walmart. You know, I don't just sell any item because it's from Walmart onto Amazon. I also have, you know, some barriers that I like, barriers to entry for these items on Walmart. So one of them is that it's shipped and sold by Walmart, which you'll find on the listing right here, sold and shipped by Walmart. So you'll find that that's fine. If it's shipped and sold by a third-party person, you need to realize that you have to play by that third-party person's rules. So Walmart has their own return policy. They have their own shipping policies. They have everything like that. And you're pretty much protected because you're on Walmart.com and it's Walmart. But if it's a third-party person, which this listing doesn't have any third-party people, this one, no, it's the same listing. Whatever. So if it's third-party, you need to make sure that either you read their rules or you just don't list it. Web Scraper app, I know, will not put any items in stock unless it's shipped and sold by Walmart or sold and shipped by Hayneedle. The other ones it'll recognize and it'll put it out of stock. So either way, if it goes in and out of, you know, being shipped and sold by Walmart, you're protected on Web Scraper app. Secondly, over $35, and that's mainly just to get the free shipping. Most items on Walmart are free shipping over $35. I don't like to, first off, deal with the shipping. Second off, paying for it, you're going to get a lower margin. You're going to get lower money because it's a lower profit margin to begin with, and it's a lower priced item. Secondly, if you're selling all items, my average item is like $100 on Walmart on Amazon. So if I'm making 10 sales a day, I'm hitting $1,000, sometimes more. I did a $3,000 day, and I think I only sold 23 items or something like that. So you need to realize that it's way less work if your items are higher in price and you're making just the same amount of money. So that's why I like to keep my items higher priced on Amazon, and I don't like to deal with all that stuff. Thirdly, I like to make sure that it's not freight shipping. So freight shipping will show here. It'll say either free freight shipping or paid free freight shipping. I don't do either. I do not like to deal with freight shipping. I don't want to deal with any of it. It's just a pain in the ass. The items get lost. Items get left in warehouses. I don't know that it's freight shipping half the time. My VA orders it, and it's just a pain. And lastly, I like to make sure that the item reviews are at least decent on Walmart. If it's like 1-star item review, it's probably going to be a shitty item. And the one thing about items that are bad that you're selling on Amazon is you're going to get people to complain about it. And one thing about Amazon is they do not leave a lot of reviews to begin with. But people will love to leave you a negative review if they're having a bad time. But if they have a good experience with you, most people do not leave positive reviews. I've realized that it's probably close to 1% of the people will leave a positive review, maybe 2%. When on eBay, it's like 30%. So, but Amazon weighs reviews just as heavily way heavier than eBay does. So you want to make sure that you're selling good items to minimize the fact that you're going to get negative reviews, because negative reviews can really, really, really hurt you. So that's about it for my sourcing onto Walmart items onto Amazon guide. If you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up. It would really help out the channel. I think that this video is, very in-depth and explains a lot, so I hope you guys actually found value in this. If you guys are looking to get started with Amazon dropshipping, message me, leave comments below. A lot of people keep asking if I'm going to put a course out on it anytime soon. I really have no idea. I don't plan on it. I don't think that it's really the scope of what I want to focus my brand on in the future, but I do want to make sure that there's, some content out there for you guys to get some good value out of it. If you guys, let me know what type of content you want to see for Amazon dropshipping out of me, because I haven't put that much out there yet. So if you guys have made it this far, you obviously like it. So, like I said, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, make sure if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the little bell button. You'll get notifications. I'm big enough to say that now. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and on the third time, I finally made it all the way through, and I can start on my next video now. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.